Traditionally, we all know that one of the things that plugs our mind up is our human thinking, the ego, all that stuff. So I don't really want to spend a lot of time on that. What I want, because those are in our control, what I want to do is present 3 things that happen to us that we do not have control over. We can recognize it, and then we can adjust our consciousness through awareness to deal with it and minimize it. And by the way, it happens to all of us. So let's explore this for a minute. 1, energy. Energy impacts us. Solar flares, the moon and the tides, the planets and the alignment. You don't really believe that. Just ask anybody who works at a police station, psych ward, or a hospital about what happens on the full moon. People go a little strange. It's the energy, okay? And the energy of the stars and the planets. You know, you've heard about Mercury and regression. I'm sure all of us blame that on some of this stuff. And it's a handy tool because there's a reality and a truth to it. And there's a lot of stuff that we can pass the buck off instead of looking at it ourselves. So watch that. So we got that. We don't have control over it, but through awareness, we could learn to manage it. The next thing is one of the most powerful things I ever learned. One of the first things, and it's called the pendulum. I call it that in my program. It's like the grandfather clock. It goes tick, tock, tick, tock. It doesn't go tick, tick, tick. We'd like it to do that. But that is how the balance of our energy field works when we work it through our strengths, through anything that we do out here in the positive, because the energy swings up here and you can't do anything about it except enjoy it, work with it, maintain it. Don't get cocky because it'll push the pendulum back the other way faster, and then it'll go up here on the negative side. And when we recognize it, the best thing is just to shut up and not say or do anything bad, and then it'll move it back the other way quicker. But we have a tendency to act up and act out on it, and that'll hold it in that negative swing. So I always have people come up to me and they say, "You wouldn't believe it, Doug. Everything has been going so good for me." And I said, "Enjoy it, it won't last." Because it doesn't. And then they'll say, "Oh, you wouldn't believe it, this last couple of months, everything's going wrong." And I said, "Enjoy it, because it won't last." Because you see, it doesn't. Watch the swing. It's going to happen. Tick, tock. Tick, tock. Because we live in an aura with an energy field. That's the physical part. The inner part is that soul. It has an energy field to support that identity at a different level of vibration. And anything that's in form has an energy field to support it. And it goes tick, tock, tick, tock. So I invite you to examine that and watch it. For if no apparent reason everything's going good and you find yourself going south, that's probably the swing of the pendulum, okay? The last idea here is one of the deepest ones that we can explore as a human individual. St. John of the Cross, a Spanish monk in the 1500s, who really was considered the forerunner of the dark night of the soul. Not the religious version, the other version. And St. John of the Cross said there's the night of the senses and the night of the spirit. And whenever we go through a breakthrough from our belief system, we're really dealing with the night of the senses. That's our human self. And we all go along and we do a lot of that. A lot of good work. All part of the journey. But every now and again, something happens that goes along with the night of the senses, but is there and is much deeper. It's a rendering and a ripping of the soul so that it can be raised and elevated to the next level. The unfortunate thing about this is it's characterized by depression, psychological difficulties, and all kinds of things unless it's managed properly. We have the advantage here of doing that because the only way it can be managed is spiritually.